Good morning, my beautiful friend. As you open your eyes today, I want you to take a moment and simply breathe. Place your hand gently on your heart and feel the rhythm of life moving through you. This moment is a miracle. You are here, alive, breathing, and that alone is enough to begin this day with deep, soul-filling gratitude. Gratitude is not something we save for special occasions. It is a daily practice, a sacred whisper we speak into the universe that says, "Thank you. Thank you for this new day. Thank you for the sky above me. Thank you for the bed I woke up in. Thank you for the chance to begin again." Every new morning is a silent invitation from life to begin again, and yet we often forget the sacredness in that opportunity. We rush into our day burdened by yesterday's weight or tomorrow's worries, rarely pausing to say a simple, heartfelt, "Thank you." But imagine, just for a moment, opening your eyes and feeling that first breath as a gift. Not everyone was given another sunrise. Not everyone got to hear the birds sing or feel the sunlight kiss their skin. This is not just another day, it's a miracle. And when you start your day by acknowledging that miracle, you shift your energy. You begin not from a place of pressure, but from presence. Not from lack, but from love. Gratitude is more than a feeling. It's a choice, a devotion, a gentle but powerful act of returning to what really matters. It reminds you that even in uncertainty, there are blessings blooming quietly. You don't need the perfect house, the perfect body, or the perfect plan to be grateful. You only need to pause. Look around you. Your breath is steady. Your heart is beating. There is water to drink, light streaming in, and maybe even someone to love. These are the things that make life rich, and when you acknowledge them, you magnify them. Life responds to your appreciation like flowers turning toward the sun. When gratitude becomes your daily practice, everything begins to shift. You begin to notice beauty where others see routine. A warm cup of tea becomes a moment of peace. The sound of your child laughing becomes a melody of joy. Even the challenges start to feel like teachers rather than punishments. You start to understand that nothing is truly ordinary. Every moment holds a hidden gift, and gratitude is the key that unlocks it. The more you look for reasons to be grateful, the more those reasons multiply, until you're living in a world that feels supportive, meaningful, and full of grace. It's easy to fall into the habit of waiting for something big to happen before we feel thankful. But the truth is, the small things are the big things. A friend who listens, a body that heals, a quiet moment with your thoughts. Each of these is a blessing too easily overlooked. When you treat every sunrise as sacred, you begin to live in reverence. You walk differently. You speak differently. You stop demanding so much from the world and start celebrating what it has already given. Gratitude humbles you and uplifts you all at once. It softens your spirit while strengthening your soul. Beginning your day with gratitude sets the tone for everything that follows. Your first thoughts become your compass. When you choose to notice the blessings instead of the burdens, your energy changes and the world responds. You might still face challenges, but you'll meet them from a grounded place. You'll be more patient, more compassionate, more in tune with what really matters. Gratitude doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means finding the gold inside the imperfection. It means trusting that even in the mess, there is magic. Even in the unknown, there is purpose. So let your first act each morning be this. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, "Thank you." Let this become your daily ritual, your quiet revolution. With each grateful breath, you invite healing, harmony, and hope into your life. You say to the universe, "I see your gifts. I feel your presence. I am open." And the universe, in return, says, "Welcome. I've been waiting for you." Gratitude isn't just how you start your day. It's how you start your life again with love, peace, and endless possibility. When you begin your day rooted in gratitude, you aren't just repeating words. You're shifting your entire energetic state. The moment you choose to say, thank you, instead of why me, you rise into a frequency that naturally draws in peace, joy, and clarity. It's like tuning a radio to the clearest channel. Suddenly, what felt like noise becomes music. What seemed like chaos becomes calm. Gratitude doesn't deny what's difficult. It simply refuses to let the difficult things take over your heart. It redirects your focus from what's missing to what's already present, and in doing so, opens your eyes to the miracles hiding in plain sight. Most of us are conditioned to wake up with a mental to-do list and a sense of pressure. We're trained to prepare for problems instead of preparing our hearts for possibility. But what if you pause before the rush? What if your first thought was, I am grateful for this breath, this bed, this beginning? That small shift sends a powerful message to the universe. I trust. I surrender. I am ready to receive. And in that trust, life flows more effortlessly. Your stress begins to dissolve. Your thoughts soften. Your body relaxes. You walk into your day not as a warrior bracing for battle, but as a soul open to blessings. Gratitude is one of the most magnetic forces in the universe. It attracts what you desire not by force, but by alignment. When you're grateful, you're no longer reaching from a place of emptiness. You're creating from fullness. You're not begging for love, peace, or abundance. You're recognizing that they already exist around you, and by noticing them, you call more of them in. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about trusting that everything is purposeful. And when you trust in that way, joy begins to find you in the smallest, most unexpected places. There's something beautiful that happens when you start your day with a grateful heart. You begin to feel safe, supported, and seen. Instead of waking up in resistance, you wake up in receptivity. Even before coffee, even before emails or obligations, there is a moment where your spirit can speak, and gratitude is the language it uses. In that quiet moment of appreciation, you realign with your true nature. You remember that you are not separate from life's goodness. You are a part of it. You are not here to chase peace. You are here to be peace. And gratitude is how you return to that truth every single morning. Abundance is not about how much you have. It's about how deeply you honor what you have. You could own very little and still feel profoundly rich if your heart is grateful. Likewise, you could have everything and still feel empty if you're always chasing more. That's why gratitude is so powerful. It transforms your experience of life from the inside out. It colors your relationships, your work, your thoughts, even your physical body. It doesn't just change what you see, it changes how you see. And with this new lens, you begin to find peace even in the ordinary, beauty even in the broken. So before the world asks anything of you, ask this of yourself. Can I choose gratitude right now? Can I welcome this day, not as a burden, but as a blessing? Because when you align with gratitude, you become a magnet for miracles. You invite joy to walk beside you. You create a life that feels nourishing rather than draining. You don't wait for things to go right to feel right. You choose to feel right now. And in that choice, everything begins to unfold in a more loving, more abundant, more peaceful way. Gratitude is your compass. Follow it, and life will lead you home. Your body, this beautiful vessel that carries you through life, is more miraculous than you realize. It wakes with you, breathes with you, and heals quietly while you sleep. Yet so often, we criticize it, judge it, or take it for granted. What if instead, you greeted your body each morning with a soft, thank you? Thank you to your feet for walking, to your eyes for seeing, to your heart for beating without needing a reminder. When you choose to love your body, not just when it looks a certain way, but always, you begin to create a sacred partnership with yourself. You stop seeing your body as a problem to fix and start honoring it as the miracle that it is. Your home, whether it's grand or humble, shared or solitary, is your sanctuary. It's the space that holds your laughter, your quiet, your dreams. Instead of longing for something bigger or newer, try pausing to appreciate what surrounds you right now. Notice the light that comes through the window, the warmth of your favorite blanket, the comfort of your own corner. When you bless your home, even in its imperfections, you breathe love into its walls. You create a space not just of shelter, but of peace. Gratitude turns any home into a haven. It's not about the size or style, it's about the energy you choose to bring into it. Your journey, every twist, turn, and detour, is sacred. The heartbreaks, the victories, the lessons you didn't ask for but grew from, they all deserve your gratitude. Life doesn't always unfold in a straight line, but each step has led you here. And here, right now, is a place of power. When you appreciate your path, instead of comparing it to someone else's, you begin to understand that nothing was wasted. Every experience added something to your becoming. Gratitude allows you to reclaim your story, not as something that happened to you, but something that was always working for you. When you bless what you have, no matter how simple or small, you activate a universal truth: gratitude multiplies. It's not just an emotion, it's a creative force. What you appreciate expands. The love you give returns. The light you notice grows brighter. If you focus on what's missing, you feed lack. But when you honor what is, you feed abundance. This shift in perception transforms your entire reality. Suddenly, what once felt ordinary becomes magical. A meal becomes a feast. A conversation becomes a connection. A simple day becomes a gift wrapped in golden threads. There's an invisible energy in the act of blessing. When you bless your body, your home, your life, you're not ignoring flaws. You're choosing to see beauty first. And that vision changes everything. Gratitude is the art of finding treasure in what you already have. It's how you fall back in love with your life over and over again. You stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating moments of perfection with your presence. This is how gratitude grows what it touches, not by force, but by gentle attention, by loving awareness, by whispered thanks given daily and sincerely. Even the things you wish were different begin to soften under the light of gratitude. You no longer resist them with bitterness. You meet them with grace. The body you once shamed, the home you once wanted to escape, the journey you once questioned, they all begin to shine when you see them through grateful eyes. And as your heart opens wider, you start to realize that everything you've been seeking, joy, abundance, peace, was never somewhere out there. It was here, always here, waiting for your appreciation to let it bloom. So often we wake up believing we must control every moment, every detail, every possible outcome. We build our days around plans and expectations, measuring success by how much we accomplish or how little goes wrong. But the truth is, trying to control everything is exhausting and unnecessary. Life is not asking you to hold it in a tight grip. It's asking you to show up with trust. When you release the need to control the day and instead open your heart with gratitude, you begin to experience a different kind of power. One that comes from faith, not force. One that says, I don't know exactly what will happen today, but I believe something beautiful is waiting for me. Gratitude becomes the gateway to this trust. It's not about pretending life is perfect. It's about recognizing that even in the imperfection, there is support, wisdom, and guidance unfolding. Each morning, when you choose to be thankful for what is, rather than anxious about what might be, you start shifting into a space of surrender. And surrender is not giving up, it's opening up. It's allowing the flow of life to carry you rather than fighting the current. Gratitude roots you in the present moment, where peace lives. And from that place, you can meet your day with calm, clarity, and quiet strength. Trusting life doesn't mean you won't face challenges. It means you no longer face them alone. You stop trying to manage everything from your head and begin responding with your heart. You stop rushing and start receiving. You stop reacting and begin allowing. Gratitude softens your defenses and replaces resistance with readiness. You start to feel more in harmony with your own life. You begin to see that maybe, just maybe, life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. Every delay, every detour, every difficult moment carries a lesson wrapped in grace, waiting to be unwrapped by trust. We are so used to planning, pushing, and performing that living in flow can feel foreign at first. But the more you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes. You begin to notice that good things come more easily when you aren't chasing them, that the right words arrive when you're quiet enough to hear them, that the solutions you seek often show up once you stop forcing them. Gratitude doesn't just change your mood. It rewires your experience of reality. It shifts your vibration so subtly, so profoundly, that peace and possibility begin to meet you everywhere you go. You don't need to know the how or the when, the why. You just need to know that you are supported. The same force that turns seeds into trees and tides into waves is guiding your path, even when you can't see it. Gratitude tunes you into that guidance. It reminds you that life is not your enemy, it is your ally. And when you live from this awareness, you stop resisting and start receiving. You begin to trust the rhythm of your own life. You open your hands, loosen your grip, and whisper, "I trust you, life. Lead me." And life does. It leads you to peace, to clarity, to miracles you never imagined. When you begin your day with gratitude and trust, everything changes, not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you become easier within life. You begin to flow, not fight. You begin to create, not control. You begin to believe again in goodness, in timing, in unseen blessings. Gratitude opens the gate, and trust walks you through it. Together, they lead you home to yourself, calm, radiant, and deeply connected to the divine flow of life. The words you speak to yourself first thing in the morning create the energetic blueprint for your entire day. When those words are born from gratitude, they carry a frequency that is healing, gentle, and deeply empowering. Affirmations are not just phrases you repeat. They are seeds you plant in the fertile soil of your subconscious. And when you plant them with sincerity, they begin to bloom in ways that shape your thoughts, your choices, and even the people you attract. Saying something as simple as, "I begin this day with a grateful heart," can shift you from anxiety to appreciation, from chaos to clarity, because your energy begins to mirror your intention. Gratitude-based affirmations rewire your mental patterns. Where once there was criticism, a new space opens for compassion. Where fear used to dwell, courage begins to rise. You no longer begin your day reacting to what's missing or what might go wrong. Instead, you step forward from a place of inner wholeness. This shift doesn't require a perfect life or perfect circumstances. It only requires your willingness to choose a different narrative. A grateful mind is not blind to reality. It simply chooses to focus on possibility, beauty, and the lessons wrapped in each experience. Imagine the difference between waking up and saying, "I have so much to do," versus "I am grateful for another day to grow." One thought creates pressure. The other creates peace. This is the magic of affirmations. They redirect the current of your mind so that your energy flows toward joy instead of fear. And the more you use them, the more natural they become. They begin to echo quietly in your thoughts, in your choices, even in how you treat others. Gratitude-based affirmations make you softer, yet stronger. They make you more open, yet more centered. They return you to yourself. There is no wrong time to speak an affirmation, but the morning holds a unique power. It's a fresh start, a blank page. Your mind is most receptive when the world is still quiet and your heart is still tender. This is the moment to speak words that lift you, remind you, and anchor you. Begin with, "I am thankful for this breath. I am thankful for this body. I am thankful for this chance to live today with love." These words aren't meant to fix your life. They are meant to open your heart. And once your heart is open, everything else begins to align, Gratitude-born affirmations don't ignore pain, they simply invite healing. They hold space for what is, while gently guiding you toward what can be. They help you reframe your story not as one of lack, but as one of abundance unfolding. When you say, "I am grateful," you affirm that you are already enough, already blessed, already whole. This mindset becomes a magnet. It attracts peace, connection, opportunities, and moments of joy that you might have otherwise missed. Affirmations help you see what was always there: goodness, support, and the gentle unfolding of divine timing. So let your affirmations be loving, simple, and real. Let them rise from your gratitude like sunlight warming the soul. Speak them out loud, whisper them during your commute. Write them on a mirror if you need to, but believe in their power. When you begin your day with these sacred words, you are not just wishing for a better life, you are actively creating one word at a time, one thought at a time, one grateful breath at a time, and slowly, steadily, your entire mindset shifts into a space where peace can grow and miracles can find you. There is a quiet power that flows from a grateful heart, a power that doesn't shout or demand, but gently opens doors that once seemed sealed shut. Gratitude is the invitation you send out to the universe, and miracles are the RSVP. When you choose to acknowledge what is good, however small or simple, you shift your vibration into one of allowance. Life doesn't have to fight through your resistance. It flows naturally into your open, appreciative hands. This is where healing begins, not in the chase, not in the struggle, but in the still moment where you say, "I see what I have, and I am thankful." That's where the miracle starts. Healing doesn't always come wrapped in obvious change. Sometimes it comes in a softened heart, a clearer mind, a more peaceful response to what once triggered you. Gratitude creates this space for internal repair. It teaches your nervous system that you are safe, that you don't have to brace for pain or disappointment. The more grateful you are, the more your body relaxes, your spirit expands, and your soul returns to its natural state of harmony. And in that peaceful place, the things you once fought so hard for begin to show up with ease. You no longer have to reach so far when you're grounded in trust. What's remarkable about gratitude is that it has no expiration date, no limit, no barrier. You can practice it in the lowest valleys and still feel its light. In fact, some of the most powerful shifts happen when you choose to be thankful in the middle of hardship. That moment of grace, when you say, "Even here, there is something good," is where transformation begins. Life responds to that kind of courage. It mirrors your choice and multiplies it. You may not see the results instantly, but rest assured, the ripple has begun. Gratitude activates unseen forces that begin working in your favor the moment you say yes to the good. There are blessings happening all around you, even right now. Some are loud and obvious, like the love of a child or the glow of a sunset. Others are quiet and hidden, like the way your heart keeps beating or the way a hard lesson softened your ego. When you train your eyes to notice, you begin to realize that life is always offering you gifts. Gratitude sharpens that vision. It helps you recognize the divine hand at work in even the most ordinary details. And the more you notice, the more there is to notice. You become a magnet for grace simply by paying attention. Gratitude is also incredibly grounding. When you feel overwhelmed or disconnected, it can pull you back into the present moment like nothing else. It reminds you that despite the noise and uncertainty, there is always something to hold on to. It could be the warmth of your coffee, the breath in your lungs, the fact that you're still here. Trying, growing, loving. That awareness centers you. It reminds you that peace is not found in the future, it's found in the now. And when you live in that space, you begin to feel a deeper connection to life itself. You're not just surviving, you're participating in a sacred exchange of giving and receiving. But choosing gratitude is not about pretending life is perfect. It's about acknowledging that life is rich, layered, and full of both challenge and blessing. And when you lean into the blessing, even just a little, life leans back. It meets you with synchronicities, with gentle surprises, with peace that can't be explained but can always be felt. Gratitude makes you magnetic, not only to the things you desire, but to the peace you've always needed. In giving thanks for what you have, you unlock the flow of all that's yet to come. And in that flow, healing happens, miracles unfold, and inner peace becomes not a goal, but your natural state. When you begin your day with gratitude, you don't just change your mood, you change your life. You awaken a softer, wiser part of yourself that sees through the lens of love instead of lack. Gratitude is not just a morning ritual. It's a way of being that invites peace into your heart and miracles into your path. Each thank you becomes a doorway to more joy, more connection, and more clarity. You don't have to control it all, fix it all, or even understand it all. You simply have to trust and appreciate what is here now. Life responds to your gratitude in beautiful, often unexpected ways. So keep choosing it, keep speaking it, keep living it, because when gratitude leads, abundance always follows.